We are going to find the mean and standard deviation by hand using a table, but we're not completely unassisted by a calculator. We are going to use the lists on the graphing calculator to help us out. So let's look at the formula for the mean. According to the formula, I need to take the x values and multiply them by their probabilities and then add those up. So I'm going to enter them into the graphing calculator. So in the graphing calculator, stat, edit, and I have my x values typed into list 1 and my probabilities typed into list 2. So the formula says to multiply each x value by its probability. So what I want the calculator to do is multiply my values in list 1 by their corresponding values in list 2. So I go to list 3, and I want list 3 to be, and I'm going to watch this area right there. I want list 3 to be list 1 times list 2. And I can see the little yellow L2 and the little yellow L1. So basically I hit second 1 times second 2. So now I'm going to write into my table the x values times their probabilities in row 3. Now we take a look at the formula again, and the formula says to add up those values. I want the graphing calculator to add for me the values in list 3. So I have to quit. Then I want the values, I want to perform an operation on list 3. So second list, it's right above the stat. I want to perform a math operation. So I go to math, sum, enter, and I want to sum list 3, and I get 2.1. So the mean is 2.1. Now for the standard deviation. The formula says I need to take the x squareds and multiply by the probabilities. So I no longer need my x's. Now I need my x squareds. So I'm going to go stat, edit. I'm going to clear list 3. And in my list 1, I'm going to put the squared values. So 0 is the same, 1 is the same, 2 becomes 4, 3 becomes 9, 4 becomes 16. Now the formula says multiply your x squareds by your probabilities. So I go to L3 and I want L1 times L2. So now I'm going to write that into my table. I have my x squareds times my probabilities. The next step, according to the formula, is add them up. So I want the sum of L3. List, math, sum, L3. 5.6. So the standard deviation is the square root of 5.6 minus 2.1 squared, which is the square root of 1.19, which is 1.09.